Maybe we'll start standing. Oh, okay. All right, let's go ahead and separate the feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart, starting with rolling the shoulders back. For 2, and forward. For 2, let's reach it up and over to one side. Circling the top arm. And other side, reaching up and over. And circling that top arm. And back to the center, chin to chest, and looking up, looking down, and looking up. On this next one, chin to chest, and let the arms drop, shoulders be heavy, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. And taking a moment to just hang down, swaying side to side. If you want to, holding on to both elbows. And soft bend in the knees as you slowly roll up, one vertebrae at a time. And again, chin to chest, slowly roll down. This time, hands to floor, separating the feet a little bit wider, walking heel toe. And then from here, one arm reaching up towards the ceiling, looking towards that hand, and switching sides. One more on each side. Both hands back to the center. We're going to lift heels and lift toes. Lifting heels, lifting toes. Last one. And soft bend in the knees, slowly roll back up. From here, we're going to reach over to one side. From here, taking a flat back, so reaching long, belly button going in. And then both hands to one foot. Bending the opposite leg, down and up. Down and up, last one. And walking both hands to the center again, bending both knees down and up, down and up, last one. Walking both hands on over to the other foot, bending the opposite knee. And flat back, reaching long to the other side. Pulling belly button in. And coming up and over. Nice long stretch. Perfect. Bring your feet back into about hip distance apart. Soft bend in the knees. We're going to arch it down and round it up. Arch down and round up. Last one. Awesome. From here, we're going to step wide, hands on the tops of knees. Stretching out those inner thighs. Rocking side to side. Lifting one heel up, that same side shoulder's gonna dip down. And switching. One more on each. And folding forward. Awesome. From here, we're going to swing the arms, one forward, one side. Forward and side. Forward and side. Last one. And slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Taking it to the front of your mat. We're going to go into a quick flow here. And starting off, squatting down, hands down, either stepping back or hopping back into your plank, lowering the chest and lifting, and back into down dog, and stepping or hopping forward, standing up. Roll the shoulders back, one more like that, squatting down, stepping or hopping back, lowering the chest, and lifting, and back into down dog, step or hop forward, and staying in your squat, taking the heels down, stretching into the Achilles tendon. When you're ready, sitting down back on your butt and slowly lowering all the way down to the floor. Taking some nice deep breaths here, inhaling through the nose, exhale through the mouth. One more, inhale, and exhale. We're gonna go into some bent knee fallout, so feet stay flat on the ground. Engaging your core here. Left knee stays absolutely frozen, right knee only starts to come out to the side. Keeping your pelvis flat on the ground and back up to the top. Again, inhale, open. Exhale, close. Still on the same side. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Last one. And switching sides. Right knee stays still, left knee only falls out. And close. If you can, peeking down at that knee to make sure that it's really not moving, not even wobbling a tiny bit. Two more. Slow and controlled. Last one. Awesome. Back at the top, let's go ahead into a tabletop position. We're going to hover knees right over hips. Hold here. Breathing, finding a nice neutral spine. From here, tapping just one heel down and back up to the top. Alternating sides, tapping. This movement's coming from the hip rather than the knee. Last one on each side. Perfect. Relax in, hugging knees to chest. Making little circles if that feels good. Awesome. From here, we're going to go into our ab series. Option to keep head, neck, and shoulders down or lifting them up. We're going to start off with hugging one knee towards the chest. When you're ready, exhale, lift the chest, reaching out long for 2. Exhale, switch for 2. On this next one, hollow body hold, raising arms and legs long. 2, 3, and pull it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, close. On this next one, straight leg stretch, reaching up as high as you can, and switching sides. Taking both feet straight up towards the ceiling, heels together, toes apart, head resting in your hands or on the floor. Slowly lower those legs down and back up to the top. Keep that breathing going, crisscrossing at the upper thighs. Last one. Separating the feet hip distance apart, reaching towards that outside ankle. Ending off with our bicycle, rotating as much as you can. Shoulder blade off. Last 2. And 1. Relax it down. From here, we're going to slowly rock up, keeping our spine nice and round. And pausing here in our boat pose, hands hovering right at the sides. From here, little pulses in towards the center. Last 3, 2, and 1. Resting in butterfly. Soles of the feet together, nose to toes. Taking your right hand to your right knee, gently pushing down. Switching sides, left hand to left knee. And from here, we're gonna sit up tall, taking one leg straight, one leg bent, so we're in like a flag position, I call it, and reaching towards that straight leg side. Should be feeling a stretch on the left side of the low back. And bring it back in, switching sides. Left leg straight, right leg bent, reaching towards that straight leg side. And back to butterfly. Awesome. Legs out straight, forward fold over those toes. And flexing the toes, reaching forward. From here, sitting up nice and tall, we're gonna hinge back with a flat back and hinge back forward. Pretending like there's a nice long line all the way through the top of your head, down to your tailbone. Feeling that connection between your ribs and your hips. On this last one, hinge back, hold here. Inhale, one arm opens wide to the side, looking towards that hand, and close it back up. And again, rotate. Good, one arm at a time, keep switching. Nice flat back. Last one. And fold forward. From here, roll it all the way down and turn over onto your side. To start off with, bottom leg can be a little bit bent. Top leg is going to be straight, holding it up here at the height of the hip. Engaging the core, top arm somewhere other than the floor. Inhale, kick to the front for 2. Exhale to the back for 2. Inhale forward. Exhale back, making sure that as you kick back, your ribs don't open and your chest doesn't splay outwards. From here, we're going to bend and extend. Bicycle kick, reach long. Every time that leg straightens, it reaches a little bit longer away from the center of the body. And reverse directions. On this last one, hold that top leg long. We're going to point it up and flex it down. Point up, flex down. And last one here, keep it flexed. We're gonna make a nice little rainbow here. Toes point down and in front, and then reaching back, heel points to the opposite side behind you. So making like a little half circle, a little arch. And last one. Perfect. Taking that top leg over the bottom. Bend those knees in a little bit more. We're going to start off with some clamshells. So top hand on top hip, making sure the hips don't rock. Exhale, knee up and down. On this next one, same thing, except lifting both feet up to start. Bigger range of motion here. On this next one, we're going to add a kick at the top. So knee opens, top leg extends, bend, and close. Exhale, open, kick, down, And last one. Perfect. Lower the feet back down. Now we're going to come up for a reverse clamshell. So now knees stay together, feet separate. So exhale, lift the top foot only. And back down. Exhale, lift the top foot. And down. Feeling this work right under your hand. So that muscle right here should be active. This is an internal rotator right here. Last one. Perfect. Cross the top knee over in front or folding the bottom of the foot in front. Reach the bottom leg long. Exhale, squeeze up to the top and lower. Exhale, lift and lower. On this next one, hold it up here, little circles. Last two, and reverse directions. For 3, 2, and 1. Relax that bottom leg down. Top leg back up and over. We're gonna release our head on our arm. Bottom or top hand can be on the floor now. We're gonna lift into our floppy fish. So exhale, lift as best as you can. Both arms, legs, head. Exhale, lift. And last one. And lower down. Roll onto your back for figure 4. Crossing that top leg over, pulling in, doing what feels best. Rocking side to side. If you want to, you can just hug that knee in towards opposite shoulder. You can even keep that opposite foot flat and just rock it this way. Ooh, that feels good. To get that internal rotator muscle, this one feels the best. Crossing that foot to the other side. Feeling it right here. Awesome. When you're ready, let's go on to the other side, taking a nice 180. Setting it up the same way. Hips stacked, one on top of the other, top hand somewhere other than the ground. Top leg lifted at the height of the hip. From here, inhale to the front for 2. Exhale to the back for 2. Noticing that you might feel your bottom leg working hard. It's resisting as well, using some counter force. On this next one, bend and extend into bicycle kick. Reaching that leg long away from the center of the body. And reverse directions. Again, trying to keep everything above the waist relatively still. On this next one, hold that leg long. We're gonna point it up, flex it down. Point up, flex down. On this next one, hold it flexed, making our rainbow shape, toes pointing down and in front, and then heel reaching down and in back. Still doing this without rocking that top hip. Last one. And relax the top leg down. Bend those knees a little bit more in. Starting off, lifting that top knee. Noticing that if you lift the knee too high up, you'll start to rock back in the hips. So really blocking yourself. On this next one, lifting both feet up, noticing how much more range of motion we have. On this next one, adding that kick. So open, kick, in, and close. Open, kick, in, and close. 2 more. Last one. Lowering the feet back down for our reverse clam. Both knees stay together. Top foot only lifts up and down. Making sure that the top knee doesn't roll over the bottom knee. They stay stacked as well. Last one. Perfect. Taking that top leg over, extending the bottom leg straight. Exhale, lift up as high as you can and lower. Exhale, lift, lower. On this next one, hold lifted little circles. And reverse directions. Keeping this rotation coming from the hip rather than the ankle. Last 2. And 1. Relax it down. Top leg back up and over. Relax your head down on your arm. Top hand coming to the ground. Exhale, lift. Hold and lower. Exhale, lift. And lower. Last one. Perfect. Rolling back onto your back. Crossing ankle over knee. If you want to, pulling in or just rocking. Whatever feels best for you and your body right here. Breathing through these stretches. Every time you exhale, getting a little bit deeper, a little bit more relaxed. On this next one, we're going to do one more stretch for the hip internal rotators. So both feet down on your mat. Your feet are going to come wide, wider than your mat. Knees can bend in as much as they want to. So If you're not feeling it, you can always scoot your feet closer to you. But basically, we're going to drop one knee down in towards the center and then switching sides. You should be feeling a stretch kind of deep within that hip and sort of to the side. If you're not feeling it, again, maybe taking your feet wider or closer to you. Awesome. Back up to the top. We're going to bring feet straight up towards the ceiling. Little booty lifts, lifting just the tailbone. Going straight up towards the ceiling. Good. Last 3, 2, 1. Squeezing heels together, toes apart, flexing your feet. Either big circle corkscrew down and around, or a smaller circle is good as well. Exhaling at the bottom of the circle. The last one on each side. And hug those knees into the chest. From here, we're going to rock up to sitting. And coming into hands and knees. Setting it up with knees directly underneath the hips, hands directly underneath the shoulders. Starting off with a nice flat back, making sure your head is also neutral, meaning not drooping down, not sticking up. Hello. Coming into some cat-cows. Rounding your back, looking at your belly button, and arching, looking up. Again, hello. On this next one, we're going to add a little bit more motion into this. So as you round your back, you're going to put some weight into your hands, pumping up your upper back. Back to center, you're going to arch your back and then shift your hips back towards your heels until you feel a nice stretch traveling up the spine. Round up, weight in hands, arch down, weight in knees. And last one. Staying here, finding that flat back again. Exhale, slide one leg to straight and slide it back down. Switching sides, one leg straight and down. The last one on each side. Both knees back down. Now same thing with the arms. So again, setting yourself up for success, belly button pulls in, flat back, reaching one arm forward, nothing else changes, and switching sides. Making sure that as you lift that arm, your shoulder doesn't come up with you. Keep your shoulder away from your ear. And coming down, now coming into our bird dog. So now that we've separated it out, seeing how still the rest of your body should be, keep that stillness through the center, opposite arm, opposite leg, reaching long instead of up. Ow. And switching sides. Last one on each side. Perfect. If you want to, taking a little break, shaking out those wrists. All right, from here, we're gonna go back into our hands and knees. This time, making a nice rainbow with one leg only. So, extend one leg out long again. This time, we're going to lift it up. It's going to reach to the side, up at the height of the hip, and then crossing over to the other side of your mat. Another rainbow up and over, tapping and crossing. And last one. And switching sides. Other leg reaches long, lifting it up at the height of the hip and tapping from one side of your mat to the other. Trying not to arch the back. A little reminder for the head to stay nice and neutral. Last one. And back down. Setting up for some planks, either forearms, hands, knees, feet, whatever works best for you. I'm going to be on my forearms. And just starting off with a nice hold. Holding here, belly button pulling in. Again, head neutral, long. If this feels all right, we're going to start to bend one knee and then the other. One knee and then the other. Doing this all without moving the hips too much. Last one on each side. And relax down. Taking a little break. Our second set coming in for some hip dips. So, back into our plank. This time, only thing that's moving is our pelvis. Dipping one hip down, and then the other. Last one on each side. And relax down. Coming up, we're gonna take our left leg forward, pressing into those hips, and going back. Press it forward, and back. Last one, hold here. Taking your shoulders to the left to further open up the right hip. Last one. And taking that back knee, tucking it under, taking a seat, rotating, looking back behind you. Sitting up nice and tall. And slowly unwinding back into our half middle split. Option to reach towards that straight leg side. And switching sides. And coming on over to the bent knee side, should be the opposite leg in front. For me, that's the right. Exhale, press the hips forward and send it back. On this next one, keep those hips pressing forward, sending your shoulders to the right and back up. From here, hands coming down, twisting to the right, tucking the knee under and taking a seat. Sitting up tall. Looking back behind you. Unwinding all the way back into the half middle split. And switching sides. And sitting crisscross in front. Starting off, rolling your shoulders back for 2. And forward for 2. Reaching up and over to one side. And other side. Perfect. Inhale, arms reaching up towards the ceiling. Exhale, back down. And one more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, relax down. Thank you, guys.